VHS and VCR came, they said cinema will shut down. Then multiplex cinema started, so they said now only this kind of films will be made.
Yeah.
Commercial films won't do well.
Yeah.
This is 20 years ago. So everybody has their own perspective and analyzation, but people who are working and know the ground reality is totally different from people who have judgments. Singham is going to Kashmir because of Article 370 and all. So I told my writers, when did you do this? You didn't tell me, because people have forgotten that there's one more film coming, which is Cirkus. Definitely there will be a woman cop in this universe, but it's going to take time, because again it's a big risk for me, because I don't want to make it like a small film. I want to make it a big character out of it. Till Thursday, people were saying, like 90% were saying, I don't think people are going to come in the theatre. He's gone mad. He's like, I don't know, he's gone totally mad.
Yeah.
People are not going to come in the theatre. The film is not going to do well.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us the hit machine, the man with maximum films in the 100 crore club, none other than Rohit Shetty. Welcome to Pinkvilla, sir. It's lovely having you here.
So firstly, do you feel relieved now, more than the box office, seeing the smiles on the face of exhibitors, the canteen guy, the ushers and everyone?
Yeah, that was more important for me, because this is my 15th film now. Film to banti रहेंगी, चलती रहेंगी, but that happiness is what is kind of a reward for me.
How challenging was it to hold on to the film for 2 years, given that there are so much stakes involved in terms of budget?
And
Obviously, it was challenging, and yeah, it was a big risk, but I had to take the risk, and I had to fight the battle, and yeah, today we are sitting here with all the happiness and the success.
correct. And so, you know, all through the 2 years, one thing that everyone was talking about was the slight fear कि picture dated लगेगी कि नहीं. आपके mind में वो कभी भी thought था कि?
See, what happens is people have all kinds of theory, and especially in our industry.
Yeah.
If you see, we make 260, 235 films a year.
Yeah.
There are 20, 30 filmmakers. There are 10 odd production houses. And rest are just sitting and talking and analyzing things. And it's been happening for years now. It's been happening since the 80s. When VHS and VCR came, they said cinema will shut down. Then multiplex cinema started, so they said now only this kind of films will be made.
Yeah.
Commercial films won't do well.
Yeah.
This is 20 years ago. So everybody has their own perspective and analyzation, but people who are working and know the ground reality is totally different from people who have judgments
Yeah.
about somebody else's product or somebody else's career. So that's okay. People will be, and if you know that most of them who are talking don't know anything about cinema or
Yeah.
business or films, then you're okay with it.
And so, you know, 9 films in the 100 crore club. You have directed 14 films, of which 12 are successful at another level. If you look at box office, I'm not sure if you are aware, but your total collection has crossed 1500 crore, which is the highest for
Where
any
is the
director.
money?
Like Zameen se leke Sooryavanshi tak, your films have clocked 1500 crore net. So that's the first for any director in Hindi.
Okay.
So how does that feel? The numbers, the love that comes your way, and does it add any pressure?
No, it doesn't add any pressure. It's just that it's kind of a responsibility which keeps increasing. That now you have delivered this, and now the love of audience is just increasing with every film. And I think I'm the chosen one. I'm the lucky one, because there are so many much more talented directors than me, and so much more great storytellers than me. But the kind of love I get, the kind of popularity I have because of television also, is I think it is surreal for me. And all I can do is work hard. And that's the only way of me, because I can't go and thank each and every person.
Yeah.
Each and every audience, because so the only way to thank them back is I work hard with every film. There's no pressure ever. There was never a pressure ever, because in pressure you can go wrong. Like you said that people thought that Sooryavanshi will be outdated, and it's nothing like. So it's only the only way out for me is to work hard.
Correct. And so, you know, when I watched Sooryavanshi, the first thing that came in my mind was, this is the closest that you have come to Zameen in terms of treatment in the thriller zone.
Yeah.
Was that a conscious effort?
No,
because
no. I never thought that way. When the film released and when people started talking about it, and that is the time I thought, oh yeah. But when we were making Sooryavanshi, Zameen was never in my mind. Okay, that one film I had made, I want to go back to that kind of a storytelling or that kind of a narrative. It's just that I didn't wanted it to look like Singham. Like how Simba, if you see, is not like Singham.
Yeah.
And at the same way, we don't wanted Sooryavanshi to be like Simba.
correct.
So that was a conscious decision, and to expand it, you know, because people say that commercial films are all about making money, and now I think they will keep quiet after Sooryavanshi, because if it was about making money, I would have released the film last year June when we started getting huge offers from OTT. Coming back to your question is, we wanted to, when people give you so much love, and when the film is doing so well, you can't cheat them by making the same thing. Like one more Jaykant Shikre coming, or one more Durva Rana coming in Goa. We have to expand. If you see the scale of the film, it is equivalent to all the 3 Cop Universe films what we have made before this. So it was not about Zameen, it was about expanding this universe.
And so, you know, if you look at the way in which Cop Universe started with Singham, that film came in the times when before Singham you had made successful comedies. What was the triggering point to make that transition from comedy to a cop space and then expand it further into a universe?
It was coming out of your comfort zone and taking that risk, which I wanted to take, because we made Golmaal, it was a hit. We made Golmaal Returns, it did well. Golmaal 3 did well. All the Best did well. And then I thought, are we cheating the audience? Or are we? It should not happen that after a few years, everything start feeling repetitive. And I wanted to make and then I thought, let's go back and make a hardcore action film, like Zameen, what we started off. Not the same genre, but an action film. And Ajay supported that vision of mine, and that's how Singham was made. And it did well, and then rest is, as they say, is history.
Correct. So the thoughts of spinning it into a universe came organically as the franchisee proceeded?
Yeah. After, I think, when we were making Simba, not even during Singham Returns.
Okay. Because
we started watching, like, we can't compare the kind of budgets and the kind of films Marvel is making. We can't compare that. It will become like a joke if we compare ourselves with them, because we don't have that kind of budgets. We don't have that kind of a market. But I was like, if audience has, or especially kids and the young generation, have started understanding this universe concept. So let's take a risk and do it in Simba. And if it works, we'll go forward. Again, it was a risk. If Simba would have not done well, we had such a lovable character, Singham. Even he would have gone down with some. But people loved Simba, and so Singham became, this genre started working well for us, this universe started working well for us, and people have accepted now.
Correct.
Like, this is a universe now with Sooryavanshi.
True. Which of the 3 cops are your favorite? I know it's like choosing one of the 3 kids, but which is your favorite?
No, I don't think I can compare, because if you see, all 3 have different traits. Singham is not like Simba, Simba is not like Singham, and Singham and Simba are not like Sooryavanshi. And now, gradually, when we make one more cop film, then again it will be a task. He should not look like the other 3, and the making and the taking and the story narrative should not be the same.
And so, you know, like you said, there is Marvel Universe, you know, which is so huge in terms of scale, but if you look at it, it is held by different directors, every film. Likewise, even YRF is making a universe which has different directors spearheading different films, but over here it's a one-man show. How difficult for you is that aspect, like, because, you know, you are the man who is creating all the...
It's not difficult, and it's like, you know, when we talk about Marvel universe, it's like, it's been for years now, and we have just started. If you talk about Yash Raj also, that company has been for years now. We have just started. It's like one man starting from nowhere and building up something. So it's not difficult. I enjoy that part. It's just that it's a task every time. Now, when we sit and start working on Singham, it will be a big task for us, and it will take a lot of time. But I know that we'll achieve that also.
But do you ever plan to delegate the Cop Universe with you being the content creator, like how there is...
It's too early. It's too early. It's just that 3 films we have made, and we can't just, you know, we need to create that whole universe, you know, because when we talk about that universe, there are so many superheroes. You know, it's not about only Iron Man, or it's just not about Hulk or Spider-Man. There are so many Captain America, there are so many other characters which are there. So it's still time for that.
And so, you know, when we met during Simba, you said that your vision for Cop Universe is 4 male cop and 1 female cop. How do you plan to expand it now? Like, what
see, the next will be Singham. Everybody knows about it because of the story. But and then gradually there is a big like, it's become so popular that we speak one line and then people make out a story that, like, I'm reading all over that Singham is going to Kashmir because of Article 370 and also I told my writers, when did you do this? You didn't tell me, because people have forgotten that there's one more film coming, which is Cirkus, which is a sweet comedy which we have made, and Singham is not going to start, we are not going to start shooting that film before next year end. It's just that the excitement is there, that love for Sooryavanshi and for Singham is like, people have started talking about Singham. So gradually we'll make, definitely there will be a woman cop in this universe, but it's going to take time, because again it's a big risk for me, because I don't want to make it like a small film. I want to make it
The big.
a big character out of it, and how we make it different from all the other cops.
Correct.
What we are making. So there's still time for that.
Correct. And this question you have been asked 100 times. I asked you during Simba as well. But now that on Big Boss, you and Salman sir had a banter about Chulbul Pandey entering the universe.
It's like you just spoken about it, like every time we speak about it. But in Singham, it's not, like we have not started writing it. So it's too early to talk about anything, you know. As I said, now this journey will, I'm speaking to you now, in a week's time we go and shoot Cirkus ka last schedule. We are going back to Circus. There's still time for everything to happen. It's just that the excitement is there, that people are just putting up
Because
things.
that's a combo which everyone is looking forward to. Too much.
When it happens, it will happen. But at present, like we will start working on Singham, and we will be completing Circus. वो भी release करना है हमें.
And so talking of Circus, this is actually your first comedy without Ajay sir.
Yeah.
And you know, if you look at Ranveer's comic timing, it is completely opposite. Like Ajay sir is very subdued in his comedy, and Ranveer is like Ranveer Singh. Could you tell us something about the world of Circus that we can expect?
It's different, totally different, and there's still time to talk about that. I think, because there's still work left in that film. By December, Jan, we'll finish that film, complete the film, and then we'll start working on that. And there's a big line. If you see after Sooryavanshi,
yes.
Let those films come, and then we'll talk about Circus. I think because everybody should get the space and right audience and right release now.
And so, as a director, you know, you make comedies, you make cop films. Which is your favorite space?
It's nothing like that. I don't choose a genre. I don't choose a director. I watch a good film. If a film is good, I like that film. It's not, I don't sit and analyze, oh, who's the director or what was this genre. A film is a film. You know, so I like all kind of films. As an audience, I should be happy, because an audience never judges. It is just that media, we film people, we sit and make this. Audience will never judge you, who's the director, what kind of a genre is. If he likes a film or she likes a film, she'll tell, or he will tell his friends or family, they will come and watch a film. They will not analyze it.
I think for you, at least in my family, it's like Rohit Shetty ki film mein hum log ko jaake dekhna enjoy hoga theater mein. That's how.
That's all I want. Even I know that we are not making great films, but there are films like for, and that's why I cater. If you see, I cater my family audience. Like as you said, like your family, there are thousands and thousands and crores of family who like this kind of cinema, and they love this cinema. So I keep them in mind and make films.
Correct.
Always.
And Rohit sir, you know, there is a cop universe that you have made. Do you plan to take things to the next level in the comic space also? Because that's also, there is...
That's been happening gradually, if you see. From Golmaal 1 to Golmaal again. That journey is happening. And we started with Golmaal again. Like I launched my company, Rohit Shetty Pictures, with Golmaal again. And luckily it did really well. So that genre is also going forward. And see, what has happened is that everybody is reviving now. Last 2 years have not been right for the whole world, including the industry. We have lost 2 years of our life, if you say that way. So now everything, like Sooryavanshi would have released last March year, Singham would have released last year, Cirkus would have released last year. But so now we are all reviving back, and it's just 1 week now when we are talking. Like it's like it was a big risk. Till Thursday, people were saying, like 90% were saying, I don't think people are going to come in the theater. He's gone mad. He's like, I don't know, he's gone totally mad. People are not going to come in the theater. The film is not going to do well. Like you said, it's a 2-year-old film and we should wait.
No, I didn't mean it.
No, means people were talking about it. And here we are sitting.
And last couple of questions. My question to you is, do you plan to do a big multi-starrer in comedy with 2-3 big heroes coming on board, like a proper universe? Even Akshay is known for his comic timing.
No, for me, see, I don't believe in the star system. Who's a big star, who's a small star. For me, it's like a family. Like I've always been making films with Ajay, Arshad, Tushar, Shreyas, Kunal. And it's not for me, they are my family. Same goes, like I don't see कि अच्छी अभी इसकी film चली है तो अब मेरे को इसके साथ काम करना है. Today, by the grace of God, I don't want to do that. So it's not about कि I write a film, we write a film and then we see कि okay, this should be the star cast. For me, it's not getting 4 heroes or 5 heroes and multi-star cast. I'm not into. I've never been into that thing. Okay, if इसकी film चली है तो चलो. अब इसके साथ काम करते हैं. It's never been like.
It should come organically.
Organic.
And lastly, before signing off, could you tell us something on how do you feel right now after the success of Sooryavanshi, and how excited are you to revisit Singham after 8 2014. Yeah, 8 years.
I feel blessed, and I would like to thank the audience for this, that they have come in such large numbers. And there's so, like Singham would have, Sooryavanshi would have released 2 years ago, would have done same kind of a business, or maybe a little bit more, because Maharashtra is running on a 50% capacity. But the kind of blessings and the kind of happiness after 2 years what this film has got is something which I will never forget in my life. And so I can just thank the audience for this, nothing else.
Correct. And how excited are you to revisit Singham after 3 years? That is the Iron Man of your universe.
But I don't get excited, you know. If you get excited or if you start working immediately because of previous success, you can go wrong. So we will again sit down once this whole Sooryavanshi euphoria is over, once Cirkus is over, and then we'll start as if we are making a first film again.
Oh, perfect, sir. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you. Hi, this is Rohit Shetty. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to Pinkvilla.